Am I watching the Bake Off? I do plan on watching the new Jay and Silent Bob. Yes, thank you, Game Girl. Oh, is this the Jenny? It's the Jenny. And they're both using the exact same skin palette. This will be fantastic. Okay, so it seems like they're both honoring the time-honored tradition of taunt at the exact same time, which very esports, very chipper. So right now, though, this seems like, I'll be honest, I don't know who's who. Okay, so Slav is at the positive percent in this particular case. 219 doing pretty okay compared to the matches with Game Girl. And yes, Jerry, we've been having Jenny Dittos for the entire stream so far. We have basically turned this into a return of the Saturday Snackdown snack pack, which was nothing but Jenny. So, yeah, now we're gunning for TNT blows up fucking meta as well. I'm effing and jeffing again, sorry. Another teeter, they miss out, but they still get hit with the punches anyway. So, already, just 219 really needs to just immediately learn some power when it comes to this particular Jenny. Oh, and never mind. I guess you just have to wait for someone to just die anyway. And I mean, so far though, Slav is just using those missiles point blank. Like, why even bother with anything really? And 219 nearly befalling to the same fate as Slav, but thankfully they remember Jenny exists. And again, the exact same thing happens not even 5 seconds later. I don't know why or how this is happening so much on the reg, but hey, what can I tell? Not much happening on the lasers, just a couple of percent, no knockback. And I think you can definitely tell that with both players, Jenny is not the character they usually put their focus on. And a fantastic stomp there from Slav though. As much as I want to pee-pee poo-poo their particular gens, but I mean, so far, you get a lot of like dash down jackhammers from Slav, you get a lot of far off missile usage from 219, so clearly you're getting some bits and pieces of how Jenny would usually behave from these players, but I feel like that's mostly just coming down from their own previous experiences with characters that they know are just built around that. Like PTM with Slav was all about just find you down there, do it again and again and again. Do you win? Good. But then 219 is very much like Reptar, who's at his best when he is just at that deficit when it comes to, you know, the distance. So I'm kind of curious now, how's this going to go? Because, like, so far 219 isn't doing too bad in terms of percent, although has a bit of an issue when it comes to stock compared to Slav. And Slav is just doing better in terms of percent. I'm not really sure how either of them are going to net a kill though, because it seems like both of them are just a bit unsure as to going for like that major kill. They get in a couple of jabs, make the occasional grab. There's the couple of big punches from 219, but unfortunately nothing from that. No punish on 219, just going straight back on stage. They're both just sort of missing their kills. That's kind of a shame. But maybe that might be it for 219. No, just barely surviving that one. Oh, and yet again, Slav getting a lot of those point-blank missiles. I don't really know why Slav is going point-blank with them, but it's working out, so fair enough. Not going to kill just yet for 219. Slav trying to set up the hammer, doesn't get it with the get-up attack from 219. 219 trying to hit with the lobster claws, not much happening on that front either. And I'm pretty sure that was an air taunt, so you can definitely tell how seriously these two are taking it at this point. Oh, the turnaround, but Slav is too far away to take advantage of it. Oh, and another spin out, and finally, a kill for Slav, and they're very proud of that one. I feel like this could definitely be Slav's game to take at this particular rate. I don't know how 219 is going to get back at this. Jenny got no kill confirms. Well, I feel like even if she did have good kill confirms, Game Girl, you can definitely tell that both players are maybe not as confident with Jenny as they would be their standard characters, so it's definitely going to be a bit of an uphill battle for them to find that opening. Especially when it can be hard to sort of get the best use of Jenny's positioning with Chest Laser if you do win an RPS situation. 219 gets that kill on Slav. I mean, you'd hope so. They were so high on percent anyway, literally dying at 200%. But for some reason, we're not seeing as much of those like confidence pieces that we've seen before from both Slav and 219. I guess part of that just comes from how unsure they have been with Jenny. Jenny has to use a lot of brain power to land strongs. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, in general, Jenny has some... Oh, that was a bit of a bizarre interaction. They got the RPS, but Slav was too far down. 219... Oh, okay, I guess that works. Fair enough. 219 just hits him with a quick play special, and it just absolutely decimates. Slav again going for point-blank missiles just to stop 219's own. I'm surprised they aren't going for just reflecting them. They do get the hammer slam there. Unfortunately, though, I'm just not really sure who's going to win in this situation, because both players have done incredibly, well, equally, I should say, when it comes to Jenny in these kinds of situations. I feel like this lack of experience with Jenny on Slav's case and the more experience with Jenny in 219's case is definitely putting the two at closer deficit than I believe they've usually been in the past when it comes to Enigmatic Smash Clash events for NASB. So 219 tries to hit with the laser, doesn't get hit with the platforms, unfortunately. And so far, though, it looks like the two of them are just trying to use the thing that missed for the other and trying to say, okay, you did it, but I can do it better. But doesn't usually work out. But that worked out for Slav as they take game one. Fair enough. All right. Ah, thank you, Slav. Thank you. I'll finally be able to tell between you both. Thank you so dearly and kindly. Oh, and yet again, the 219 taunt from 129. That's incredible. So, already, I mean, other than that lag spike, we're already seeing, I mean, Slav goes for this taunt, apparently. I mean, 219 is doing incredibly well in general to just, you know, get that initial lead. Like, that's been something they struggled with in the past when it comes to Nickelodeon. So, well, in these sets, I should say. So, that's been a really good start for them. I mean, maybe the rooftop counterpick really worked out for them. So, in general, though, Slav seems to be having a little bit more difficulty to start with. They're getting a really good start, though. Literally even at this point. There's nothing that can be done in this case. Oh, and a fantastic chest laser from the missile. That's incredible. They get the stomp. No tech from 219, so, you know, if they don't sort out that particular business, they're going to be dying at an early age. But right now, though, it appears the two of them... I mean, sometimes I can't tell if this is a set or this is two of them just trying out their brand new toys with glee. I mean, I'm happy to watch either way. So far, though, Slav just trying to get bits and pieces with the jab. They do the jab with the down tilt, do the jab with the up tilt. They get a nice little grab there. Nothing too major. 219 tries for himself. Not much. I noticed that 219's making a bit more use of the missiles compared to Slav in the past, but it seems like Slav wants to give it a go themselves as well. Oh, and I mean, that was a very good trade for Slav there. I mean, Jenny just immediately getting marmaladed on 219's side. And again, 219 just getting those hammers. Those hammers absolutely have been just... I mean, they've just been the main draw for 219. What can I say? I mean, if it works, it works. So they just hit the dash attack. Nothing major to actually land off it, though. There's a lot of connection things on my end. I'm guessing you guys see it too, but so far, though, 219's been doing incredibly well this set compared to the previous ones, so maybe they finally found their groove with Jenny. I mean, you can never know. I mean, these are two players who usually are more so focused on two specific characters who have not had as much experience with Jenny. So who can really say how... So who can really say? But even still, 219 has been doing pretty decently with this particular percent lead on this stock. Not sure how this is going to go down, though, because slowly but surely, Slav is techie. Oh! You hate to see it. You hate to see it happen. I mean, Slav's happy about it either way, but no. Oh! Seeing it happen in slow motion is almost worse than seeing it in full 60 frames. I mean, you just hate to see the taunt of honor being completely tarnished like that. But either way, though, it's not as bad of a deficit for Slav in this case. 209 is pretty close to death. Like, a good kill move from Jenny can just completely eke it out for Slav in this case. I feel like, though, Slav seems to be... Oh, not again! Oh, Lord, you hate to see it happen twice in a row. Like, this has already been a bit of an issue for Slav on the previous set. They get the kill, though, so it's not impossible. They're both at a relatively low percent, so maybe we might see Slav getting that return that we'd like to see from him. I'm not sure how this is going to go, though, because it's definitely a bit of an uphill battle for Slav, and it seems like they might not be as used to offstage control with Jenny, so that might have been where some of the issues have lied. So far, 209 is doing pretty well so far in comparison. They taunt in the air, and quite frankly, you deserve that, 219. Now we're even. We're even. We're about as even as we're going to go. 34% on Slav. 44 now. 47. Oh, Lord. So, I don't think this is undoable, though, for Slav. Like, 42%, this is something that could easily be made up by further installments of the Jenny Slav code. They get the free jab on the hammer hands, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, nothing major when it comes to 129's, you know, particular works. They're both pretty even when it comes to percent, though. Oh! I'm surprised they didn't come back from that one. 700 rating and 209 with a, well, they won on ranked occasionally rating. So I think this could go either way. So we're back on Crumptain Joyride, which, for those who don't know, Crumptain Joyride is basically this game's equivalent to Final Destination now. This used to be Harmonic Convergence, now it's Crumptain Joyride, at least for now until the next patch comes out. So basically, I mean, it's quite on brand to have the finals, what could be the final set of this particular bracket, be on the Jenny stage. So far though, just jab after jab after jab after jab. They both decided that jab is their favorite move and that it's the only thing that's going to come out. But so far, it's just been one or two decisive hits, and that seems to be a working game plan for 219. Two stomps at once. They both just want to show off the best of their toys at the exact same time. Like, fine. Oh, hello, I just got this new toy. Oh, so did I. Just, oh, give us a squid of it, will you? Yeah, sure. And there to go. I mean, just like that. I mean, just as I say, trying out the new toys. That would have been miserable if I saw that happen for Slav, rather. I mean, in general, though, just 219 doing quite decently with Slav. They're going really well toe-to-toe in these particular Jenny matches. So, I will say, though, 219 is pretty close to death, so all it would take is, like, a pretty decent hit. There's the RPS, but unfortunately just getting sent far too back for Slav to really take advantage of. That's the issue with winning RPS with Jenny in that particular situation. Like, yes, you do get the percent from it, but unfortunately, you're not going to get the same amount of reward from it that most other characters would do in that situation. It's the same with her hammer move. Unfortunately, she's just not going to get as much from RPS situations as some characters might, just because of the inherent property of her strongs. It's a bit of a shame to say, but I mean, that stomp was cool, though. I mean, whatever I have to say against Jenny, I can't get away from that. But so far, though, 219 just doing pretty good at just racking up that damage over time on Slav. And already Slav is nearly at 100%, though they're at a stock separation. Well, not stock separation at all, so hopefully Slav might be able to take this back, and maybe we might not see the same issues we had with Slav before in regards. And already Slav is doing well to make things a bit more even between them both. Wow, that was actually really good, confirming, I don't know if that was intentional, but confirming into the missile from the up tilt. That was great. They get on stage with the up B. Nothing crazy. Oh, the spin out, but 219 doesn't take any advantage of it. They just up tilt again and again and again. Oh, 219, what are you doing, mate? 129, rather. What am I doing, mate? Slav gets on stage. They go right into the hammer hands. Thankfully, they don't die from it, and just on stage enough. Slav dies from the double punch, unfortunately. Though with good DI, just a couple % less than they would have survived. Slav reflects the missile with the chest laser, so I mean, that's a bit of a surprising thing given the timing of that move. And 209 in general doing well, just trying to parry the stomp if possible. And in general, though, both players just doing incredibly well just to make the most out of those small little hits they do get in. Like just there, Slav kill with the hammer hands, and I'm guessing that could have been teched by 219, but with no tech, that's just going to kill pretty decently. And already, it's the spinny air taunt that we all love to see. Another get-up attack from 219. Nothing too crazy, though. Getting hit with the hammers again, although Slav techs it. And, oh, I guess that wins out in that particular jab hit situation. And, I mean, so far, this has been pretty decent for 219. Like, Slav is close to death, although I don't know what that was about. Slav doesn't punish it, though, so I guess that worked out in the end? I mean, I'm not really sure how this is going to go. I mean, most of the hits that 219's been getting at this rate aren't going to be killing Jenny anytime soon. They're just not built for that. But that's going to kill. That was a fantastic use of the lobster claws. So this is looking really good for 219 for game 3. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but so far I'm really got a lot of confidence in 219 for this set in particular. I mean, Slav, although we have seen Slav come back from really dire situations like this just one game before, so this might be just, you know, not as cut and dry as you might think. Why would you do that? Why would you air taunt in a situation of dire peril? I mean, it's cool because we get to see more of Slav, but either way, it's just the absolute brass monkeys on this man. Just, I don't know if that was just them mashing buttons or just them being that cocksure, but either way, Slav goes off stage. They get hit with a jab, and thankfully nothing that's going to kill. But so far, though, it's looking pretty grim for Slav unless they can tie things up against 219. They get hit with the chest laser, I think. And so far, though, this could be anyone's match at this point. There's only about 14% between them. And so far, we've seen that both players in this particular situation are just as good as each other at sort of landing that like one kill confirm, because that's all they need at this rate. Like, Jenny might not be able to get the best kill confirms of the cast, but so far with the percentage that the two rack up on one another, all it takes is one good hit and it could be over, and it could be bloody anything for all we know. These players are just that unhinged with Jenny that we just don't know what could even be. Like, even there, 219 just confirms into God knows what using the missile, but Slav nearly gets the kill. Thankfully, 219's DI just gets them to vaguely eke out victory. Well, victory over death. Is that going to be the kill? No, Slav barely survives. And 219 misses the hit, unfortunately. This is really close. Slav could die from anything, but 219, that's it. Oh, wow.